Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I just wanted to take a few seconds, definitely not at all from the laziness of my bed, to discuss something that I went to a couple of days ago, which I really enjoyed. And if you've clicked on it, obviously you know what it's about. So we went to see, me and my good friend Chris, we went to see this event. It was like the Jurassic World event where you went to see live dinosaurs. So I honestly didn't know what to expect. Like my sister was saying that there's been some in other cities and they've been kind of not really good, not really worth the money. I didn't know how long it was. I didn't really know what was involved. And I didn't kind of really want to look into any reviews myself beforehand because I like to kind of just get the full kind of oomph of the experience. But I'm very geeky about this kind of thing. I love like things that have the interactive elements, that have like kind of show elements. Especially if they got little themed gift shops, like I'm kind of a geek about it. So it starts off with, just to warn you guys that I'm basically going to be describing the experience. So if you don't want kind of spoilers of what it's like and you just want to go experience it, basically if you like Jurassic Park, if you like dinosaurs, if you like cool interactive stuff, it's not like an empty conference room. It is really good. It is like a proper thing. It's like 25 quid or something, so it's definitely worth it. So go and see it. Now there are going to be spoilers. So it starts off with you kind of queue up in this little area, and then someone comes along, like the park ranger comes along, and they take you on the ferry, which is definitely a ferry. It's definitely not a room with screens on the side that have pictures of water on them. And they give you a little outline of kind of like what the park is like, the dinosaurs in it, and then like the fact that it's all completely safe and perfectly secure, so no need to worry. Then the ferry takes you off into like the area proper, and they have like these little kind of like pens with the dinosaurs in. So the Brachiosaurus is like the first thing you see. It's up on the left and it's just huge. It's so impressive. Like I know this thing is kind of like, I guess like relatively common now, but still cool enough to be like a little show. Like it was massive and it's really cool. And then they have loads of pens with like maybe the other, like the Triceratops, and some other different like kind of less well-known dinosaurs. I'm not a dinosaur expert, so I can't tell you all their names. And then they had like kind of all decked out with like kind of the plants that would be there in that era, and then like kind of little information boards about those as well. And then in front of the dinosaurs they had like the park rangers telling about the behavior of the dinosaurs and about what they would eat and about what the different features on them were for, like the different like horns and stuff like that were for communication. And they were of course telling like the toddlers about it, but I was really into it. I really enjoy that kind of stuff. It's kind of cool. They had the Triceratops with her baby. If it had been a real Triceratops, it would have been like in like this little pen. It would have been really sad, but obviously spoilers, it is not a real Triceratops. I can definitely say that word. And then you kind of move through, and there's like a bigger dinosaur that there's another kind of park ranger seat in front of, and there's the gyroscope which you use to kind of roll through the park. But in this event, it's like kind of fixed into place, but you can get your picture in it and stuff, which is cool. And then you go into like the creation lab. Like the John Hammond, like dinosaurs coming out of eggs, description of how the DNA works and everything like that. And they had the eggs hatching, and you could go in and see what all the dinosaurs looks like inside the eggs. And then they also had like the piles of poo. You can like put your hand in like this plastic glove and you can like feel the poo from like herbivores, carnivores, omnivores. And then after a bit they had somebody bring out a baby dinosaur, which you could all pet, but you had to pet it with the back of your hand because you had to make sure that you were like gentle and didn't scare it and didn't make it feel threatened. And then they have fully employed someone that looks like John Hammond. Like, I'm not even kidding, it looks like Richard Attenborough. So I was very entertained by that, and I'm sure he loved having like a 40-year-old woman wanting to take a photo with him because he looks like John Hammond. But I did it anyway, and he did it anyway, so he was a very good sport about that. And then you kind of go upstairs, and the next bit is kind of like a bit where there's like a massive like dinosaur skull, and then you can like do archaeology. You can like brush away the dust from like the fossils and find the fossils in this like big sand pit. And then there was another little baby dinosaur section, and they had like all these different bits of information about the Jurassic period. So there's like there's like loads of interactive stuff, and then there's kind of like stuff to learn and read as well, which I thought was really cool. And then the next bit is where it got really cool. So you go into like where the raptor is. He's going like, make sure you stay behind the line. The raptors can be really dangerous. They can be really reactive. So you've got to be really careful. Like, stay away from the pen, stay behind the yellow line. And there's me like kind of running in and out. I am that person that if someone's like, don't go behind the line, I'm like with my toe, like, so yes, very silly. And the guy like took a second to be like, should I tell her off? And then be like, no, it's okay. And then the raptor, so the trainer was there, and he was saying like, you know, we're going to bring out the raptor, we're going to kind of show her kind of what she does in terms of training, interaction, communication. And then like they actually brought out this is the only one that was completely freestanding, a freestanding raptor. Like, I guess there were 2 people in it. Like, I can't really work it, or maybe just one person with loads of controls, but it was actually really cool. Like, it must have been claustrophobic as fuck. And they did like a whole training sequence where like he's saying like, you don't get a treat until you do this thing, and then she like turned to the side and she was like stomping her foot because she was mad. And then we were like partway through the training, and then all the lights went red and all the alarms went off, and there'd been like a facility outbreak and all the electricity had gone out in the facility. They were like, oh my god, we don't know what to do, like there's a panic, like seems like this is maybe not as safe as we originally thought. And then we like ran into the next room, like we were all like, come this way, ran into the next room. And there were these 2 like enclosures on either side, and we were like in this strip in the middle, and all these red siren lights kind of going off. And then we see like it's like one of the larger dinosaurs that's got like a horn for a head, so it it's like 12 foot or something like that, kind of towers over you. And we were like, wow, like that. I hope the electricity stays on. And then we hear this huge roar on the other side, and it's the fucking T-Rex. It's the T-Rex, and it is gigantic, and it is so impressive, and it is so fucking freaky. It was really cool, and we stayed there for like 4 minutes like, no, how are we going to escape the facility? Oh my god, we can't even go through here because the electricity's off. What if the T-Rex gets us? And I have to say, I'm not ashamed to say that I did get lots of pictures with the T-Rex in the background, because come on, that's cool. Is that cool? I think that's maybe not cool, but I found it cool. So then we ran from the T-Rex. He's still roaring in the background, and then we ran out, and then we ran into like a gift shop, like a dinosaur themed gift shop. Isn't that weird? Somehow we got back onto the mainland, and now we're in a dinosaur themed gift shop. And then suddenly nobody seemed to be that worried about the fact that the T-Rex was chasing us anymore, surprisingly. That was the end of the experience, but it's like, yeah, like I said, it's like 25 quid. It is really worth it. It's really cool. Even if you've kind of watched this, I still think it's worth going to see in person. The atmosphere that they put up is kind of really cool. Like the interactive, like the role play elements are really cool. Demographic wise, it is a lot of mums and toddlers. And I'm just like a kind of really geeky millennial that just enjoys stuff like that. But there were some other geeky millennials that enjoy stuff like that. It wasn't only me and my friend, but the majority was toddlers who are now going to grow up to think that they definitely saw a dinosaur in a museum when they were younger. So yeah, overall, I actually think totally worth the money. Probably worth more than what we paid for it. I think it was really worth it. And, you know, I don't actually know how long the exhibition is going on for, but if you're in London or around London, you could travel to it. I think it's really worth going to. It's It's a really good interactive show, and I recommend it. So this is probably going to go out in the middle of my Cornwall walks, because Cornwall is taking ages to edit, and I only have time to edit it because I am slightly at a loose end at the moment. But I just wanted to get this out there kind of before more people had a chance to go and see or to know about the exhibition, just to give my viewpoint on it. But yeah, like an 8 out of 10, really good. I only say 8 out of 10 because you have to leave room for improvement. Go and see it, definitely. Happy to discuss in the comments below any kind of more specifics if you're interested. But yeah, definitely worth seeing. All right, bye for now, guys.